valedictorian, full ride scholarships from every university I applied to, my face in the newspaper, selected as one of the most promising Canadian high school graduates in the nation. On paper, it looked like success. And honestly, I chased it. Social status, recognition, the idea of wealth and prestige. I told myself I was pursuing excellence, impact, stewardship. But if I'm honest, I wanted to prove something. I was a pastor's kid. I was a Christian. I had a personal relationship with God. But deep inside, there was this quiet whisper. If you achieve enough, your life will finally feel full. Just like when the serpent whispered to Eve. And then I got everything I asked for. And that's when everything fell apart. For about 2 months, I was depressed. I would wake up and immediately start doom scrolling. Hours of video games, just chasing dopamine. My room was a mess, and honestly, it looked exactly like my mind. I remember thinking, this isn't me. That summer, right after graduating as a valedictorian, was somehow the brightest and the darkest season of my life at the same time. Because after getting everything I have worked so hard for, I felt empty. I kept asking myself, is this it? How hard have I worked for all this? For the first time, I understood, even just a little, what Solomon meant in Ecclesiastes when he said, meaningless, everything is meaningless. I had crossed the finish line I dreamed about, and it felt fake. Looking back, I think I was living out of the prodigal son story, just in a different way. I didn't run into rebellion, I ran into achievement. I took the gifts God gave me, discipline, opportunity, diligence, and I tried to build my own kingdom. And just like the prodigal son, I had to taste the emptiness by myself. But here's what still amazes me. God didn't punish me. He didn't shame me. He waited. And near the end of that summer, in the quiet of my room, I felt him speak to my heart. My son, you asked me for these things. I allowed you to have them. Now you see, stop chasing what will never satisfy you. Follow me. Do what I have planned for you. I will guide you not toward temporary success, but toward eternal life. Live for my glory. What you build alone will always feel empty, but what you build with me will never be. It wasn't an audible voice. It was conviction, clarity, mercy. He wasn't angry with me. He was inviting me home. And strangely, I felt grateful that I tasted that emptiness early in my life. Grateful that I didn't build my entire life on it. But here's the part no one really talks about. After that moment, I felt completely lost. University was starting. Everything was reset. Everyone around me seemed to have some sort of directions in their life. And I had no idea what God wanted me to do. I didn't even know what His way looked like. And just like Israel forgetting over and over again, I forgot. I went back to my default, which was my way. I started chasing prestige again. Finance, Wall Street, titles. In my first semester, I was addicted to career preparation, info sessions, coffee chats, industry research, every training I could sign up for. I was busy, productive, efficient, and also deeply anxious. Every step felt like something inside me was uncomfortable. But again, God didn't crush me. He waited. He let me run, let me strive, let me exhaust myself. Until I realized something I had heard my whole life, but never actually understood. Without Him, even success feels lifeless. With Him, there is light. Without Him, there is darkness. So I came back. Again. Embarrassed, confessing the same weakness, admitting I cannot build my life my way. And this time, what I sensed from God was simple but extremely challenging. Give up everything, then follow me. That surrender was painful. It exposed my pride, my insecurity, my need for control. But when I finally laid everything down, my career plans, my fears, my timeline, something shifted. For the first time, I wasn't asking God to bless my plans. I was asking Him for His. And slowly, He began to reveal direction. God turned my eyes in toward the Christian college community, not just at my school, but across campuses in the US and beyond. I saw something I hadn't noticed before. So many Christian students who genuinely love God, yet quietly struggle with faith and career, calling and ambition. And then, something resurfaced. Entrepreneurship. Before college, I wanted to join our entrepreneurship incubator, but couldn't come up with a single idea. I wanted vision, but I had none. Now, ideas started flowing. Not forced, not strategic, but just given. And that's where Glorlink was born. When I entered college, I wanted one simple thing: a Christian mentor in finance. Someone who knew well Wall Street and knew Jesus. Someone who could show me how to pursue excellence without losing my soul. And I searched. Church, it was too small. LinkedIn, 900 million users. I thought, surely I could find one. Nothing. And that's when it hit me. I realized the problem wasn't talent. It wasn't ambition. It wasn't even success. It was isolation. There are over 2 billion Christians in the world, and 0 professional networks built specifically to connect them across industries and geography. Glorlink was the solution I wish I had. A platform where Christian students and professionals can connect, build, collaborate, and glorify God through their work. A space where calling is discovered in community, believers strengthening believers, not separating faith and career, but integrating them. Paul and Timothy digitally, not chasing prestige, but pursuing purpose. And through this YouTube channel, I want to document this journey publicly. There are 2 main contents. 1, building Glorlink in obedience, the wins, the doubts, the mistakes, the surrender. And 2nd, interviews with Christian professionals who are living out their faith in their industries through my podcast series called God Employed. This transition from valedictorian thriving inside a system to entrepreneur walking by faith without guarantees is not comfortable. It's not safe either. But faith has never been about safety. Faith requires obedience, courage, adventure. It's not believing in outcomes. It's believing in God. The God who was patient when I ran. The God who waited when I forgot. The God who welcomed me home. And this is exactly what I want to achieve. So this is my shift from my way to Jesus' way. I don't know the outcomes, but I trust the one leading it. And if this journey glorifies Him, that is enough.